This is 191 Irwin Avenue. I know one of the concerns was the road noise. Currently all I hear is the airplane. Definitely cannot hear 65 from here. We are far enough set back that that's not an issue. Concrete steps all looked in good shape. Railing seemed fine. And then we have a wooden steps with a wooden porch, and it's very cute. Has a nice porch swing. Pointing all looks fine. Beadboard ceiling looks good. And then the soffit and gutters all looked fine as well. And roof was architectural asphalt shingles, and looked pretty well. Coming inside, nice little living room. Ceilings are right around that 9-foot mark, and floors are a vinyl floor. We have a runner on the stairs, coat closet at the first landing, and they're using that's kind of like a little entryway. We have some wainscoting above the fireplace, and the original brick is just painted over with some new herringbone, kind of like subway marble tile. No, it's not actually subway tile, but it's in that same shape. We have the added powder room here. It's just a little pedestal. It's very cute, very quaint, big enough. Dining room. Dining room's on the smaller side, but that's because they made room for that bathroom. And we have another non-functioning fireplace with the same tile and painted brick. A very nicely done kitchen. Nice tile backsplash. We have quartz countertops, farmhouse sink, newer cabinets with some cute little open concept shelving, just floating, and the refrigerator is surrounded by tons of cabinetry. So there's plenty of storage space, and there's plenty of countertop space. Very well designed, in my opinion, functionally speaking, of a kitchen. Sorry. The water meter. A little bit of backdrafting going on the hot water tank. It's venting through that fireplace that's currently decorative in between the kitchen and the dining room. We've got some pin posts holding up this LVL here. You know how I feel about pin posts, but at least they're on footers. I'm not seeing any sort of rot concerns on the sill plate. We've got PVC for the sewer line with a clean out, so we can at least put a camera down, because below grade we're getting into the original sewer line, so we want to check that out during inspections. This post is not original. It's made to look like one of the original locust posts. I don't know exactly why it's here. Kind of an odd installation as well. I didn't notice anything walking around there of any dips in the floors. It all seemed pretty level. This is signs of old knob and tube that's been cut out. So presumably there's no knob and tube still in the home, but looking at all of the other conduit junction boxes, I'm only seeing Romex going into Romex. I'm not seeing any signs of old conduit, so that's good. A lot of the water supply lines are these red and blue PEX lines. They tie into some of the original copper, so some of it was replaced, but not all of it. And then Technically, even though it's only 6 inches, it should be grounded to CSST, but it's not a huge deal. We have another one of these little pin posts on a footer by the staircase here, but again, you know how I feel about pin posts, and at least they are on footers. Could be replaced. But again, I didn't really feel any wonkiness with the floors. So I'm not as concerned about it. In the coal cellar here, there's no sprawling on the ceiling, so that's good. There is some masonry with a gap in it. That pointing there should be redone by a mason. This is just the coal cellar. It's not attached to the foundation, and it's all brick. So it'd be a pretty easy masonry job. We're talking a couple $100 here. Okay. I like that all the joists have good blocking. And I haven't seen any signs of termite, no tunnels. Train furnace, gas fed. I like Train, good company. Should have done that two-handed, that's okay. But just looking on the inside, I'm seeing a small rust spot, but that looks like it was a long time ago. It actually looks like it's been serviced. There's no apparent dust or anything like that going on. Sorry, this is going to be awkward while I put this back in place. So, give me a minute. Get in there. There it goes. Sorry. I have to put it back the way it was. Okay, so yeah. All that looks good. According to the sticker, it was installed in 2006. Here we are at the panel, looking outside of the panel. It's not a surprise that everything coming out of the box is Romex. 100 amp panel. There's still room to add some circuits, and it's got a surge protector. So mostly these are just signs that they've been doing, or previous owners have been doing well, taking care of this place. Okay. Foundation walls all look in good shape. It's covered in Drylock, that hydrophobic paint. I'm not feeling any moisture in the air down here. It hasn't been particularly wet these past couple of days. There's been a couple of storms, but they're at this point, I wouldn't expect them to show signs down here if they were, but I'm not seeing any discolorations. There's no yellow patina of the salts coming through or anything like that. So honestly, a pretty great basement. Say the biggest concerns are, hot water tank when it goes should be replaced, and the fact that we can't see, we don't know what's going on underground. It's not that we can't see, we just don't know for the sewer line what's going on there. But that's just another inspection. Okay. Going upstairs.
Why didn't you want? He was taking more notes with a bunch of information so he can send that to you.
Here. Nice window. Ooh. Interesting. So that was a painted wood. Looks like that is so far the only original window. All the other ones have been double pane vinyl, I think. Nope, never mind. These are all wood too. They're just painted. Yep. But they are still double pane. They're just on the older side. Yep, old windows here too. nice big room. I don't think it would be a problem to fit a king in here. It's just going to sit where it's going to stretch into the windows. Because this one right here is a queen for perspective, but you know, not a ton into the window because there's still some space here. But you're looking like it's going to bump out a little on both sides to get the king in here. You could take out these, but you know, that seems like a shame. It's kind of nice having all that extra storage space. But there is this other closet, so there's that. And I do like this little nook, which we have the captive third floor access in this bedroom. Okay. We have insulated rafters. Let's take a look. We also have rolled out insulation in between these floor joists. And what on earth is this pipe doing here? Oh, weird. Kind of an odd stack extension through here, but you know. Not sure why the tie-in looks like that, but But I am not seeing any damage to the rafters. Okay, brickwork looks good here on the chimney. Okay. Looks pretty good. Floors are very solid. I'm not feeling them move at all. I mean, some of it's been replaced, but it looks in good shape. Yeah, so this is really nice storage. It's just going to be accessed through the master bedroom. It's also pretty warm in here. There's not like vents or anything. This is just going to keep that insulated warmth out of the rest of the house.
Yeah, but there'd be no heat or air conditioning. You'd have to have run that.
This room, if you put a queen into it, it's like because of the bump out from the chimney, it's a little bit awkwardly sized. I think that's like the biggest size you'd realistically want to put in here. But like, this is one where, it's another older window. I guess only a couple of them were vinyl. Or maybe the ones I looked at earlier, I didn't look at close enough. I'll look at them closer in a minute. Pittsburgh closet. But yeah, so like you could put it into this little nook under the window, but then it's coming out this way and you're having less access to the closet. So realistically, the bed's gonna go over here, or this is gonna be the office.
No, you're right. It's just because
We have a slate tile floor with wallpaper on only one wall. This is just exposed drywall everywhere else. So it's just kind of like an accent wall. I mean, they have like that cute little nook, nice tile. I like this bathroom. Just very well done. And there's a little cabinet in here as well. And then there's this bedroom. It's another one that's on the smaller side, but it's a little bit more designed for the bed to go here. You could put it over here and make that the nook as well. But this is just a nice space. It's a little bit bigger than the other smaller room that I was calling the office. But they have those little nooks and crannies that make it so it's a little bit awkward to put exactly the furniture the way you probably want it. But I think this is a much more usable second bedroom, whereas the third one's going to be primarily an office. And a nice big closet that they added instead of having just an original Pittsburgh closet. Okay. Let's pop down into the backyard and get this video uploaded for y'all. Cute little deck, nice patio, standard brick, cute little tree. They've got this very tiny little pergola trellis thing that's cute. Some solar panel caps on the porch. Aluminum siding looks in decent shape. No concerns there. Gutter is a little low. It should be realigned, but pointing all looks in good shape.
It looked pretty nice. We walked up it pretty quick.
And then here's the garage.
You want a FaceTime?
CMUs. Garage is in good shape. Oh, CMUs on one side and 2x4 framing on the other. Interesting. With an I-beam. I can count on my two hands how many standalone garages with I-beams I've seen inside of the city. I mean, not that this is inside of the city, but, you know, close enough. And it is not many. Most of them were, you know, 3 or 4 bays. In fact, I'm not sure I can think of a single bay. But an odd construction for a garage with all of these things going, but very well done and solid. So, no complaints. All right. Well, you're on the phone right now with your parents, so I'm going to hop off this video. That's Irwin.